for shizzle. So I went on my first date in like over a year. And yes, it was a black woman. She was cool. She was cool. Uh, and no, we didn't sleep with each other, nothing crazy like that. And why am I talking about it? Because, for people my age, I'm in my 50s, and you don't want to play the games. You're tired of the game. It's just a good thing to hear that somebody went on a decent date. For you, because there's a lot of lonely people out there simply because they're tired of the BS. That's why they're lonely. But when you hear a success story of a decent date with no craziness popping off, you're like, you know what? Maybe I'll. Okay, so this person, I sold some items to off of Facebook. I sold them a couple of appliances, and I didn't know that they were a landlord. So they contacted me again because they wanted to buy pretty much another appliance from me. But I've always remembered this woman. And when I first saw her, I was like, she's a good looking woman. Okay, But when I decided that, a year ago, when I decided that I wouldn't mind getting to know her, it's because she bought some items off of me and she had to, do some stuff to them. So she busted out her tools and got busy. And then she bought a desk off of me, and it had a little, hits in its giddy up. So she's like, don't worry about it. I'll go ahead and bust my tools out. And I was like, that's twice you did that. And I respect a woman who can break out, with the DeWalt, the DeWalt 18 volt and hit it. I just respect a woman who can, stand up on her own too and ain't waiting for a dude to swing by and do all this, that, and the other. However, they recognize that they need to do. So we went to, a nice little place to eat. I chose a spot. I paid. Since I asked her out, I paid. And she's very polite. She was coming from work, so she had a little work dilly on. I was like, okay, respect. And, it was just a great conversation. And she said, when you first met me, you delivered, because she delivered a dishwasher to her house. She was wondering why I didn't hit on her. She was like, most guys look at me and, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I was in professional mode. I told her, I said, look, I thought you were attractive, but one, you had a cat. I can't deal with a cat. She's like, yeah, I got rid of the cat. I got a dog now. And I said, it's just kind of thought you were attractive, but I really didn't think she was interested in me, so I didn't say anything to go in that direction. Plus, I was on my grind, so what I don't want to do is hit on somebody and then lose a potential client. And I'm glad I didn't back then. I'm kind of am and not, because I was like, oh, I should ask her out. But then again, you don't want to ruin anything, because that client can come by and buy something else from you as long as the vibe is right. And that's exactly what happened. They came and bought an even more expensive item from me because we had a good vibe. I didn't creep her out, or how women are now. Everything creeps them out. Guys are creepy. Every guy that looks at them is creepy. That's their favorite word. Ooh, you're creepy. Even though more women are doing creepy stuff than men. But, so I was like, yeah, I thought you were a good looking woman, but, I just kept it professional, and kept it moving. So she actually wanted me to hit on her. Then I got down to the brass tacks. I was like, so, how many guys are you dating? Like, what's going on? Because I said, you're a good looking woman. You're very sexy. I said, something's up. You got a dude. And she was like, yeah, I got a dude, who she does, the horizontal bop with. And he's younger than she is. I was like, okay. Now that automatically put me into kind of the friend zone. Because the way she explained it, like he's just like there, but I don't think she doesn't really have plans to have an ongoing thing with him because she was like, when am I going to stop doing this? She's like, I need to stop doing it, which tells me that that's all that they're doing. I don't think he is helping her fix things around the house. I think it's just, hey, I need some. He comes over, blows her back out. Like, I don't think there's anything there at all. And that, to me, the way I look at that, I go, well, even though I think she's attractive, I wouldn't mind dating her, and he's younger than me. I look at this as this is somebody that you're always going to keep in your back pocket. And I told her, I said, the reason why you don't have a dude is because you don't need us. She's like, I need muscles. Because she's eventually going to need a guy who can move stuff around. But when she also said that, she also made it very clear that the guy who she's giving her womb to is not helping her with anything, all of her industrial stuff that she needs done. She hires contractors for that. And, I was helping her move stuff. And if he's not helping her doing it, but he has access to the womb, that leaves me, somebody who's interested, to say, this guy is already knocking it off and he's not working for it. You're going to do what? I mean, she's got somebody smashing. What can you do? Like, anything you do, you're still not the guy smashing. Now, you can be the nice guy, come on in, start taking care of stuff. Because she was like, I'm used to doing stuff by myself. These words let me know this guy's just smashing. And it makes it harder for a guy like me to step in and then start taking over because I'm working for it. I'm willing to take you out. I'm willing to date you, but I know what's going to happen. I'm dating you, trying to get where he already is. And I'm not mad because he was there before me, and that's just the deal that y'all got. So you're either going to date me for a minute, like me, and then cancel him, or you're going to put me in the automatic friend zone and still keep him in the bone zone. And it won't work for me. So my move is I can only be a contractor. Like anything I do with you, it has to be for money. Even though I wouldn't mind going out with her again. I like the conversation. It was a good conversation. So, but I can't allow myself to think it's going to go any further because you got somebody in the bone zone and he isn't doing anything for you as far as the manly stuff. He's not busting out with drills and saws and he's not carrying stuff for you, just giving you the meat. And there's nothing I can do about that. I can't look at this and go, yeah, like I'm going to step up this whole game. I can only, be at a distance. Maybe go out every now and then, catch a little bite to eat, and, going back to my spot. So, that's the way it is today, though. So just wanted to talk about that. Nice woman, though. And I'm not, like I said, that's the situation you have, before me. But that is your situation, so I can't really, in my mind, think that this is going to be something, until that situation ends. And then, if this is something that she wanted to pursue, then pursue it. But just knowing that homeboy ain't putting in, I mean, I don't know what the situation is, but in my eyes, he ain't putting in no, he ain't out there shoveling the, the sidewalk and make sure he ain't, he ain't fixing anything. He ain't out here carrying the heavy stuff you need moved. He ain't doing none of that. But he gets the Bundes. And she's sexy. She is a sexy little 5 foot something. Very sexy. But he gets the smash. And he ain't putting in nah, bro. I'm not doing that. I'm a nice guy, but you know. Plus, I'm not smashing nobody. I'm not. I don't have nothing on the side, no nothing. I ain't doing none of that. So, you know, but as far as getting some food with her, I'll probably do that again. I think that's innocent enough. It doesn't put me in my feelings, you know what I'm saying? Thinking that it's going to be some. And she'll probably call me again for more contractual stuff. She needs something moved and stuff like that. I'll charge my little whatever. You know, lunch money plus, gas money. As long as it's not too difficult, then I really have to charge her. But I'm okay with that because she's a good client and I need to keep my clients. So, yeah. My first date in a long time. I thought she was just going to say no, but she was like, sure, let's get something to eat. And another thing, she wanted to pay for her own meal. She's got way more money than I do. But she wanted to pay for her own meal, and I was like, I asked you out. I'll pay for it. And so she was like, nah, I said, listen, don't worry about it. So I can tell she's really not used to like a regular, like a dude, a gentleman. Whoever is slamming hips with her is not doing any of this. And it's sad a little bit, but I get it because I used to be that dude who was just slamming hips and not really doing anything for the chick because that was the program. So I get it, you know what I'm saying? But when, a nice guy like me comes along, I'm somewhat nice. And I hear this, I'm like, oh, it's going to be hard to remove. I call him Rollo. It's going to be hard for Rollo to dip out. And whoever, because she's dating other people. It's going to be hard for her to get rid of that. Because what I notice now is people are piecing relationships together. There is no single. There's single situationships. You know what I mean? So a lot of people got somebody on the back burner tossing them up. You know what I'm saying? Getting biblical with them, but they're still single. Because I was asking her, I'm like, why are you even here with me if old boy is, slamming hips with you? I told her, I said, it don't really sound like you need a man. Like, you don't need me. She's like, I need muscles. I was like, well, I have muscles, but you don't need me. And for you ladies out there, this is a problem when a man looks at you, especially on a first date, and says, you don't need me. There's a good chance that other men are looking at you the same way. And then when you're asking yourself, why are you single? It's because your aura, your whole situationship reeks of you are independent. And you're so independent that even though you may have somebody smashing you, another dude taking you out, another dude calling you up, another dude texting you, hey, good night, sweetheart, whatever the nonsense is, you got all these guys. You really don't want to commit to any one guy. You don't want that. You like all of these men and the attention that they give you And when you get horny, you can take care of that. When you get lonely, you can call somebody up and get a little attention from them, but you might not even want to see them. When you just want to go out on a date with somebody who's in your friend zone, you call them up, let's get something to eat, I'll go half on it. But he knows he ain't getting no skins. Even if he, like, I mean, look, every guy usually wants the skins or they want to be invited to the skins. But when you totally friend zone somebody, they not getting no skin. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ain't no skins happening here for you, bud. But we can go out to eat. That only lasts for so long. Not unless you're talking business, not unless money is involved. You know, if money's involved, then yeah, I'll keep. But if I can't get nothing out of it, then eventually I'll fall back. I'll be like, it's nice, but I'd rather keep you as a paying client than ruin anything. And you, Rollo, and whoever, y'all can do whatever y'all want. Yeah, that's cool. You know, and so keep your Johnson out of the way. Not unless she's like, I got rid of Rollo. It's me and you. No lie. Here's my phone. This is what I'm doing. This is my schedule. Blah, blah, blah. This is where it's at. It's me and you. Let's do it. Then you're like, I'm in. If you're going to go in, but you got to make sure that you can knock it down. Because if you can't, Rollo is going to be back. Rollo is somebody who can be right back in the picture and you don't even know it. You just out here being the support system, the muscles, getting a little on the side, maybe hitting it maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks, and satiated. But Rollo is still coming around, or she going around him, and he's smashing it twice a week. And then eventually you two cross paths in one way or another. And you all messed up in the head because you thought it was just you. Nah, Rollo was still there. So I'm just noticing that this is how people are dating. I was going to go on a date with this other chick, but she lived 3 hours from here. And she plays her games too. Well, for one, the chick I just went on a date with, she's not playing games. She's not playing games with me. But this other chick who lives a minute from here, I think she plays games. And of course, the game with women is how much attention can I get. But like I said, the one I'm just now talking about, the first one, she's not playing games with me. I don't think she's playing games. I just talk about her situation. But to me, every woman got someone. They're just not happy with that someone. So I just wanted to talk about it. And yeah, so I'm cool with grabbing something to eat every now and then, especially if I can get a hug out of it. But it's either going to go half, it's going to be half. That's just the way I'm going to be. Like, yeah, we can go half on it. That's cool. Not unless we can really talk about something contractual. And that's just the way I'll be because there is a Rollo in the picture. As long as there's a Rollo in the picture, keep my emotions away from anything. So yeah, just wanted to talk about that. My first date in a long time. And very nice woman. Natural. That's what got me. Natural hair. She's like, I do my own hair. I say, what? She does her own hair. She does her own hair. Getting ready to fix a sink. She knows how to, knows how to fix stuff around the house. And I was telling her, I said, it's refreshing to know somebody who, a woman who does all this stuff, because I used to date a woman who would walk up when she would never want to pump her own gas. Hey, Sonny. She would never want to pump her own gas. She would get out her car and look for a guy and bat her eyes at the guy, and he would come over and pump her gas. And I was like, I can't date a woman like that. And I told that girl, I said, I can't date you. Hey, Pooh? Sonny, are you a woman? You a woman, Sonny? You a female? To you haven't been on a date in 7 months? Sonny, I tell you what. Okay, Philly. I'm from Pittsburgh. I tell you what, Sonny. You got to get back in the saddle. It was good. It was good conversation. You know, got to the bottom of things real quick so I can find out whether I should pursue this. And I'm not. But if she wants to get something to eat again, that's cool. We'll probably just keep it business. And yeah, so we'll probably keep it business. Yeah, that's cool. She's somebody who I can learn from. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm with that. I told her, I said, it's good to meet somebody who's smarter than this. She's like, I'm not smarter than you. Like, in our field, you probably know more than I do. In our field is, houses, appliances, and stuff like that. So she knows her way around some appliances. So I told her I appreciate that. So yeah, I'm gonna still hang around her because she's got mad knowledge. And I love a woman who can teach me something. First person I met since the end of my last relationship was a crackhead. Wow. I went back in the shell. Come on, crackheads need love too, Sonny. How you Hey, crackheads need love too? How you going how you just going to count out? How you just, you know what? I think you're crackhead prejudice. You are crackhead bias or prejudice or whatever it is. And I think we're going to cancel you because it's just not fair that you're. Hey, listen, there was this woman that used to live across the way from me, right over here. And she had a great body. She just had a killer body. But I noticed she had a mean streak to her. And, I used to tell her, I said, man, you got no dude. I said, with that body you got. She was like, I had to get rid of my last dude because he was messing up. She's like, you could be my next dude. And although, I love that body she had, I was like, there's no way. And then one day she had told me that she used to be a crackhead. And I really canceled Christmas. I was like, yeah, what? Say what? But wasn't so obvious about it, but it made me not want anything to do. I had one woman tell me, I met her online. One woman told me that she was, this one woman told me she was, it's the first conversation we had on the phone too. Big girl too. She was like 6'1", 6'2". She told me, she said, Yeah, I got in trouble with the police. And I was like, what happened? She was like, I stole a van. And, I was intrigued, because I'm thinking, all right, like why? Like, why are we stealing vehicles? Like, what happened to make us go there? And she was just being a thief. So she was wondering, no, 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 no. She was wondering why I didn't go out with her and I stopped calling her. She's like, I don't think you're really interested in me because you haven't really called me and blah, blah, blah. Listen, lady, you're not coming into my house. You're not coming into my house and, getting a 5-finger discount. You're not stealing nothing up in here. That's just what my thought. So there's certain things a woman can say to me that will, even if I'm attracted to you, it'll make me just be like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Because I think there is a level of, there's a threat level here. And I want to work past that by not getting involved in that. So I'm going to go ahead and just pass. Yeah, I'm going to pass. No, let me think about it. Yeah, I'm good. When you stealing people's vehicles, yeah, that's a little too much for me. Mm, 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 You stole a vehicle, you just jumped in and peeled off. Mm, mm. Another woman told me that her landlord, some 70-year-old, used to jump her bones whenever he would just come over and jump on her. And she's like, I don't know, 40, I guess. He said he would just take advantage of me. I'm like, how old is he? He's 70. He would just come in the door and just, start humping on her, successfully. And I'm listening to her story and I'm going, how does a 70-year-old man take advantage of you? He just came in and get the draws. Yeah, that was it for me. You just going to let this man take the poonan? Nah, B. Nah. I don't want to hear it. Oh, he took advantage of me. Nah, B. Mm-mm. I was like, how many times has happened? Oh, about 4 or 5 times. That was it. He would just come over and take it. Like, get the... No, you wanted him to because he was a landlord. And he was going to make it, you was hoping that the rent would be reduced if you gave up the ill nana. And that's the way some women think. But when you got tired of it, you went ahead and tried to file charges against him. That was unsuccessful because, when he goes, we've done this like 5 times, Your Honor. And, they're looking at you like, how does a man do this to you? You're not you're not a youngling. You're a 40-year-old woman. No, you were giving it to him. You tried to strike a deal. It's okay. You tried to strike a deal and you were giving up the draws to the landlord like I'm imagining a lot of women will do when they don't have the rent. You don't have the rent, but you got the ill nana. The landlord wants the ill nana. He's 70, so he's not getting any more. Plus, he was some old Jewish guy or whatever, and you're a black woman. Oh, yeah, he's going to keep knocking you off. Then you try to file charges against him, and it just didn't work. They're not going to put him in jail. They're not. Now, if he was beating your ass and tying you up, yeah, he's going to jail. But no, you can't make a false claim against somebody because now you decide you don't want to give them any sex anymore. And then you move. Yeah, I mean, when guys are super horny and we have some type of power over you that we can use and not go to jail for it, we're gonna do it. If we're the landlord, you're the tenant, and you're not paying us on time, you're in the rears. You know, yeah. If we can squeeze on you and knock you off, and then hey, there's $1,000 worth of getting knocked off. You owe me from last month, $1,000. Well, I don't have it. How much do you have? I only have $600. Well, I'll take your $600 and drop your pants. No, I'm not going to do that. That's just disgusting. Okay, get out. You and your one, two, three kids. Your two daughters and your son. Your one daughter's 14. The other one's like 7. And the little boy is like 6. All of you, get out. On the street right now. Yeah, get out. And he can, by law, kick you out. And then make it harder for you to find another place. You want to play games. He's like, listen, let's come to a compromise. I think you're mildly attractive. I want to hump on you and bust and leave unless you give me my $1,000. Well, I don't have it. I'm just going to give you this 600. No, you're going to get my 600 and you're going to get evicted. I'm calling the sheriff. No, please, don't put us out on the street. All right, turn around and drop your drawers. No, I'm not doing it. Okay, conversation's over. You're going to get a letter. Boom, next thing you know, you got a red letter on your door. She's going to call you up and tell you come over here, knock this ass out. And it's not going to be much conversation. And it's not, listen, it's not just men. It's not just men. How do you think a woman's going to deal with that? A woman's just going to flat kick you out because she has no benefit from you. If the chick's the landlord and there's another chick, she's not interested in your nana. She's going to be even worse than a man. She's going to kick you straight out. And that's it. I only got $600. You owe me $1,000. I only got 6. All right. You're getting kicked out. There is no bargain. A man is going to go, well, you still got nana. What do you want to do? He's going to make a deal with you. Give me some nana. We'll forget about the other $400. But you better have my grand the next month. But for this month, give me some nana. And you're like, no, I'm not giving you any nana. Okay, let's take it back to regular business. You owe me $1,000. You only gonna give me $600, and what's gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen next? Let's talk about that. No, he's gonna be like, you're gonna have to go. You have to get out. And you're gonna run your mouth and talk about how mean men are and yakety yakety yak. And the man is not going to hear it. He's just going to walk out the door. And when he walks out the door, you and your kids are going to be on the street in 30 days. That's it. That's it. You and your children are on the street. There's no conversation past that. You don't have to. You can keep the nana. It's cool. Keep it. Keep it. We don't care. So women are a lot meaner than men. Men are at least giving you an opportunity, a way out, something to bargain with. Women, they don't give you nothing to bargain with. They just kick you out. Get out. Get out. You and your kids, get out. Some women are sympathetic, well, yeah. But they want their money. And they know when you're trying to screw them over in the wrong way. They're like, I think you're just trying to take advantage of my kindness. So Yeah, yeah, the sheriff's office. Let me call the sheriff's office. See what those guys are doing down there. See if they can stop on by, give you an eviction notice, and start the process. And then it's over. You know? Then you get to call in there, let's make a deal. No, I don't want to talk to you. And all your stuff's on the street. You know? And that sucks. So don't go men like men are so mean. No, because we can do the same thing. Get out. We don't care. Get out. You late on your rent, get out. And not want anything else from you. Well, I'll give you some none. Nah, I don't want it. I'm cool. Get out. That's too much of a hassle. Then you'll say that I did something that I didn't. No, it's just time to go. Here's your notice. 30 days later, knock, knock, sheriff's office. Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go. Yeah. It's real messed up. And there's a lot of that going on with the, was it the moratorium? Yeah, so, yeah, it's happening. Peace.